Write each quadratic equation in vertex form by completing the square. State the coordinates of the vertex. Our first quadratic equation is y equals 2x squared plus 8x plus 1. We're going to start by factoring out the greatest common factor from the first two terms, which is 2, and it leaves us with 2 times x squared plus 4x Now we can take the numerical coefficient b divided by 2 and square it and add it and subtract it to the binomial. So half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4, so plus 4, subtract 4. Now we have a perfect square trinomial here, so we can go ahead and factor it. And that's going to give us x plus 2 squared Now we're going to bring the 2 back into the bracket. We're going to multiply it in, which is going to give us 2 times x plus 2 squared minus 8 plus 1. We'll combine the last two terms. Negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. So the coordinates of the vertex are negative 2 and negative 7. Our second trinomial is y equals 5x squared minus 60x plus 166. We factor out the GCF from the first two terms, which is 5, which leaves us with x squared minus 12x we go ahead and take the negative 12, divide by 2 and square. So it's negative 6 squared is positive 36. So we add 36 and subtract 36. And this way we get our perfect square trinomial right there. We can go ahead and factor it. It's going to be x minus 6 squared Now we bring the 5 back into the bracket by using distributive property. So we're going to get 5 times x minus 6 squared. And then we have 36 times 5, or actually negative 36 times 5, which is negative 180 plus 166. Combine the numerical constants. So negative 180 plus 166 is negative 14. And our coordinates of the vertex are 6 and negative 14. Our next trinomial is y equals negative 4x squared plus 24x minus 21. Our greatest common factor here for the first two terms is negative 4. So we factor it out. And it leaves us with x squared minus 6x. Then we're completing the square to create our perfect square trinomial, which is going to give us, hold on, which is going to give us x squared minus 6x. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So plus 9 minus 9. We have our perfect square trinomial right there. We go ahead and factor it, which is going to give us x minus 3. Now we bring the negative 4 back into the bracket. So it's going to be negative 4 times x minus 3 squared plus 36 minus 21. We combine the numerical constants. So 36 minus 21 is 15. And the coordinates of the vertex are 3 and 15. And our final quadratic equation here is y equals negative 7x squared minus 42x plus 3. We factor out the greatest common factor from the first two terms, which is negative 7, which leaves us with x squared plus 6x plus 3. We complete the square. So we have x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 9. We now have our perfect square trinomial. So we can go ahead and factor it. That's going to give us x plus 3 squared. We bring the GCF negative 7 back into the bracket. It's going to give us negative 7 times x plus 3 squared. Negative 7 times negative 9 is positive 63 plus 3. We combine the numerical constants and we're left with negative 7 times x plus 3 squared plus 66, which means that our coordinates of the vertex are negative 3 and positive 66.